Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is just me feeling myself, and here I'm showing you guys the dress. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, it's been like 2 weeks, I think. Sorry for disappearing on you guys, but today we are going to be making that QUN dress from bintamudslady, and today I'm going to start writing it down, like writing the steps down for you guys. And we'll be starting by starting with the lower part of the dress, which is like, a fitted skirt. So guys, to make a fitted skirt, you need your hip measurement and your knee measurement, which is your hip minus 2 inches. Okay. Oh yeah, you need your waist measurement too, but I forgot that. So yeah, so like I was saying, for your knee measurement, it's hip minus 2 inches, 2 or 3 inches, but I think you should just use hip minus 2 inches is better. Okay, so using 36 inches for myself, that is, so 36 inches, of course the front will be 18 and the back will be 18, but for a fitted skirt it's going to be 18 minus 1 for the front, which will be 17, and then for the back 18 minus 1, which will be 19. The reason for this is that, guys, your back is bigger than the front. Even if you use your tape and you measure it, your back is bigger than the front, obviously because of your bum, so like it will be bigger. So that is why you need to minus 1 from the front and put it to the back. Okay, I hope you guys understood that. And then of course you add your sewing allowance. Okay, now this is assuming you want to make the down part of your dress fitted, right? Okay, so because of the fact that from the dress on the thumbnail, it doesn't have a slit, that fitted skirt slit, it doesn't have it. So after this measurement, you are going to add 5 inches to the back part of the dress. That is your working allowance, 5, 6, or even 7 inches. I hope I'm not too fast, guys. I hope so. But you're going to add 5, 6, or 7 inches. Please don't use less than 5 inches, so that you'll be able to work properly. Okay, please. Now that is assuming you want it to be fitted. Now I didn't want mine to be fitted. I wanted to have allowance, so I decided to use 36 plus 3 inches, making it 39. Okay, now 39 plus 1 inch sewing allowance will make it 40. Now I added 3 inches as my working allowance. The reason why I added 3 is because I already added that 3 to my 36, so it's already free. So adding this 3 will make it 6 inches for my working allowance. I hope you guys understood, and that's the measurement I'll be using. But if you want yours to be a fitted, the down part of the dress to be fitted, please use the the upper part that I did, the other calculation. I hope you guys understand that. Yeah, so for my dress, the length of the dress is 60. So from my shoulder to my waist, that is the upper part of the dress, will be 15, and from the waist down will be 45. That is the lower part of my dress. And from that waist to your hip point, that is from where the upper part of the dress ends to your hip point, for me is 9. So you measure that. For you it might be 10 or even 8. Okay, so for mine it's 9. So this is, I'm just going to illustrate it for you guys using paper before we move to our material, so we don't make a mistake. Now this paper is assuming like this is like you making a skirt. Okay, so I just drew the hip line and the knee line. Okay, and I'm just placing measurements, just based on assumption. Like I said, you say for your knee you minus 2 inches from your hip point to get your knee, and then of course you join them. Guys, this is just paper. Obviously nobody is like this. Nobody's shape is this sharp like this, so this is just like an assumption. Okay, and of course from your knee you just draw a line straight down. That is how it is. Even for your skirt, when you, like for the dress, when we're making it, this is how you are going to make it. When you place your hip, your knee, you just draw it down, and that's what I'm showing you guys. Okay, and then now that is where I wrote F. That is for the front of the skirt, and this second one is for the back of the skirt. You see that space that I just left? That is the working allowance. Now yes, so we are going to cut it out. This is exactly what you're going to do for your own when you're making your own dress. the lower part of the dress rather. So you see, you just place it from your working allowance, just give that space, you see. Yes, so that's how it's going to be for you guys, because normally when you make a fitted skirt, you must make a slit, so for them, they didn't like add another slit. They didn't make the normal slit where your legs are showing. They didn't do that. And this is what you have. Of course, you are going to draw a line around your knee point, and you are going to sew it. Yeah, I'll explain more, guys, when I'm transferring all these measurements to my own material. You see, and this is how the skirt will look like. Yes, so this is it. We are making the dress, guys. Excuse the fact that it is so squeezed. I don't know why I did that, but we're going to start with the sleeves of the dress. It's a ball sleeve dress. I love this kind of sleeves. Like, once I see them, I just want to make them. So the normal 180-degree circle, guys, and that is just it. That's what you are going to do, and then you are going to measure the length, of course. Guys, please subscribe to my channel, okay? Like, I'm just dropping content for you guys. Subscribe, okay, and share my videos. Thank you. So when making the ball sleeves, for me, what I do is I just draw a line for when you're making your armhole. For me, my armhole is 7, so of course plus 1 inch sewing allowance. So I just draw a line 4 inches. I'll show more on that, but for now I am just going around. Yes, I just took out 28, so this length is 28. Yes, this is what I was saying. I just draw a line like this, 4 inches horizontally and 4 inches vertically. Then I'm going to cuff them out like your normal armhole. You see, 4 inches horizontally and 4 inches vertically. Then I'm going to curve it out, and that's what I'm doing. Then I will cut it out. You see, and that's it. You have your ball sleeves. They are very easy to make, and they're elegant. I love them. Okay, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Now this is the front part of the skirt, 20 inches width, like I said, and for the length I used 47, 2 inches for sewing allowance. So now I'm placing my measurements. So like I said, from the waist where the lower part of the dress starts to my hip point is 12 inches, and that's what I just placed. Then from my hip point to my knee point is 18 inches, but I'm going up by 1 inch and I'm placing it on 17. You do the same, guys, so that you'll be able to walk normally, not like a penguin. Okay? Yes. So from your hip point to your knee, please minus 1 inch, and here I'm just placing my measurement. So my round waist measurement is I think 28 inches. I think so. Yeah, so divided by 4, I believe it was 7, but I'm using 7.5 for sewing allowance. And for my hip, I said I'll be using 10. That is I said it will be 20 for the front and then 20 for the back, whatever. Yeah, and for the knee point sorry guys, for the knee point I minus 2 inches from that 10 that I used on my hip, and I got 8, and I'm just connecting. If you have that French curve, perfect, use it. If you can use your hand, that's what I did. Yes, you just connect them, guys. I'm using a pencil because a pen rather, because I don't want to use marker and ruin the material because it's white. Yes, so you see, from your knee point, just draw a line straight. Use a ruler, please. And yes, you just fold another material with your working allowance. With your working allowance of at least 6 inches. You see, just place it and then you cut out the back of the skirt. It's very easy, and guys, they did not even like apply a dart, because if you have seen any of the videos of the QUN dress, you see that dress is not very fitted like their allowances, so there's not even a dart. You see, that is your working allowance, so there's no dart on the upper part of the dress, no dart on the lower part of the dress. The dress is just free and a little bit easy to make, a little easy to make, but not that easy. Yeah, and this is the material from where I cut out my ball sleeves. I'll be using it to cut out the upper part of my dress. Why? Because we are saving material here, guys. I used 3 yards for the whole of this dress, and I was not about to use 4 yards for a dress. Okay, thank you. And this is Korean crepe. Yeah, so here I'm just placing my measurements for the upper part of the dress. My round bust is 34, divided by 4 is I think 8.5. Yes, but I'll be using 10. Half an inch for sewing allowance and 1 inch for just for dress to be free. And for my waist, like I placed on my lower part of the dress, my waist is 28, divided by 4 I believe is 7, right? Then I'll be adding sewing allowance. Yes, and that's what I'm just doing here. I'm just placing the measurements for my neck. Sorry guys, I did not draw it out completely because I said I don't want to ruin the material by drawing on it. Since it's white, it will show, and I wasn't too sure if a marker or something else will wash off if I use it. So this is for the back part of the dress, guys. I hope I said that. If I didn't, well, I'm saying it now. Yeah, and I'm just placing my measurement. I just took out the neck. Yeah, so I forgot to add zipper allowance, so I just added it now. So from that zipper allowance, I'm marking out 10 for my bust point. Here I just marked out my shoulder to bust point, which is 9. So I made it 6, so I'll transfer that measurement down. Yeah, then for my waist, I'm using 8. Yeah, because like I said, I think it's 7, so plus sewing allowance. Yeah, so I'm just adding the 1 inch zipper allowance to the neck, because at first I forgot to add it. Yeah, so the neck is 4.5. The width of the neck is 4.5 here, 1 inch for the zipper. And then for the shoulder, it's 3.5. Then for my armhole, 7 inches. And I'm just extending it, and I'll just transfer that measurement, yeah, to my armhole, and I'm curving it. Of course, you curve it using 1 inch. Sorry guys, I didn't draw. Just watch my other video. Okay, I hope all of us know how to draw an armhole. Okay, I didn't want to ruin this material, guys. Yeah, and then you just cut it out. This is the back part of the dress. The back part and the front part is almost similar. It's the same thing. It's just zipper allowance that is different. Yes, and just take out your armhole slant. Okay, your shoulder slant, sorry. So for the front part of the dress, it's almost the same thing. Okay, I just take out that 1 inch zipper allowance, and then you cut out your front part. But for the front part of the dress, you see, I don't cut out the neck. Can you see? I did not cut out the neck. I just cut out the shoulder and the armhole and the shape. So for the neck, if you've seen any of the dress, or if you saw the thumbnail, you see that the neck is like this. All you have to do is just fold it. Just measure at your shoulder and then fold the front. Then iron it. Of course, you are going to apply your lining. So when you apply your lining, it will just stay there. That's the only thing that I did for the neck, like this, like that's all. That's what I'm saying. Like, the dress is not even that hard to make. It's just but it's not that hard. So you see, this is how your skirt will look like. Oh, sorry, the lower part of the dress will look like this. How it will look like. That's your working allowance, guys. You see, you apply your zipper there, then you sew it to your knee point and you stop. You see, that's where you stop, and then when you're walking, it will open up like this and you'll be free to walk properly. And then this is for that belt in the front of the dress. At first, I'm going to iron it because that material was just so squeezed, guys. This belt is, you see, like, it's so basic. All you have to do is just fold it. Although there are 2 types. Even from the thumbnail, you can see one, it was folded like this facing up, and the other it was facing down. Guys, to save yourself the stress, please just make yours facing down. Okay, like this folds, let them be facing down. It will save you a lot of stress, honestly. Because I was stressed about this, really. I'll show you guys what stressed me out about this belt. I'll show you guys later. So if you still want to do it, you can do it. If you don't want, you can just make yours facing down, and then you won't be stressed, because when they're facing down, the folds will not be opening up. And just make your folds and iron. That's all. Then after making your folds, you just measure from your waist, where the lower part of the dress starts, to your knee point. That's how long it is, or you can make it shorter. Then you can just curve it out to the shape you want. You see, like that. I don't want to draw on it, guys. Like I said, it's white. Okay, so you just curve it out. It's pretty easy. Any shape you want. You see, when you curve it out this side, it will look like something like this. Yeah. Yes, and this is me sewing it. I'm just applying lining here, so I'm just showing you a trick, guys. Here, when you're applying lining, so for the length of my dress is 47 inches, right? But the lining that I cut out will be 46, so you minus 1 inch from your lining and then you fold it when you sew it. I hope you guys get it. Yeah, it's just a trick. You don't have to do this, but I just like doing this so that the skirt will look like it was just folded like this. You see, if you have seen any of the videos on the bintamudslady, you see this is how their skirt looks like. You see this is how the front will look like. This is how they did theirs, I think, so that it will just look folded. Or maybe you even know this trick already, guys. Yeah, so this is the front part of the dress. After I've applied lining, just apply lining and just, you know, iron it. Then you leave out, of course, your shoulder. That's it. And this is how it will look. I just attached the back part of the dress. This is how it will look. Pretty easy to make. And this is what we have so far. See, I've just attached the back part of the dress, applied lining to it too, and I've applied my sleeves. Yes, and this is the belt. Sorry for my hands showing here. I was using one hand to show you guys and one hand to hold my phone. Make sure you use pins to hold down this belt. Make sure you use pins to hold down these folds, guys. If not, you're going to be frustrated for life. Like, it's so frustrating. Then you apply lining to the to it. Yes, and you should use the front part of the dress, you know, to just shaping out the edge of the belt where you are going to attach it to, you know, because it's attached to the front part of the skirt. So you just, you know, shaping it out so that it will have the same shape when you are sewing it. And that is just it. And this is my lining for the belt, of course, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, okay? Yeah, so yeah, this is the stress that I was talking about, guys. These folds, they stressed me out. Now, you know, these folds that are facing up, okay, because of the fact that they're facing up, so when you lift up the belt, they'll just open up, like they'll just open up and just disgrace you. But I figured out that you just have to sew it, you know. You see the folds, so just below the fold, like 1/4 inch of the fold, you just sew it. You see, like this. I hope you guys get me. Like, you go in from the inside of the fold and just sew it just below the fold. I hope you get me. You see, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let me just open it up. Sorry. So you see, that is where the fold is, and then just below it you sew it. That will make the fold to just stay there. Yes, so this is how you stitch it up. You see, yeah, you see the fold like this, then you go inside. The stitching won't show outside, obviously. I don't know if they did this or they didn't, or maybe they used something to hold up the folds. I'm not sure, but this is what I did to mine. So I just, you know, went just below. And you don't have to start from the beginning of the fold. You can just do the middle, because it's just the middle that opens up, of course. You see, that's what I did to mine. I just did mine just the middle, because it's the middle that opens up, you see. And this is what you have. So it won't open up when you are wearing the dress. And I did that to all of the folds. Of course, I didn't start from the beginning. Like I said, just the middle of the folds. At first I was so confused, because why are my folds open up? But then if you use the other style, like, you know, my thumbnail, the other dress in the other color, they didn't, like, they did the folds facing down, so there's no need for you to do that if you do your folds facing down. Yes, then you place the folds, or the belt rather, on the front part of the dress. Then, you know, use your pins to hold it down. Yes, so this is the back part of the dress, like I said. So you see, you leave some space for your belt, right, for your zipper, sorry. Then you sew it down, you know, leaving your working allowance, of course. Then you stop right at where your knee point is. Then you can open it up like this, so that you'll be able to apply your zipper, you know, comfortably. Guys, I hope this is easy to, you know, understand, because I felt like it is too much, or it was too much explanation. Yeah, then you sew it. This is what we have so far. Yeah, yes, our dress is coming out. Wow, so this is how it will look like. Yes, I attached a belt here and a belt there. Yeah, this is the back part of the dress, you see. Yeah, look at how it will look like. You see your working allowance. Yes, you see, I don't even know what happened, guys, but when I was making the dress, I made it fitted. And this is what we have. Yes, even though I cut it out to be free, but I ended up just making it fitted. I don't know why, but I changed my mind. Guys, oh my god, white looks so good with purple. Okay. Ooh. I need someone to invite me somewhere so that I can wear this dress. So you see what I was saying about the belt? It was opening up still a bit, but not that much. So I advise you, please, when you're making yours, just make your folds facing down so you don't get stressed and frustrated like I got. But all in all, I love the dress, okay? This is how it looks like, of course. Ooh. So make sure you recreate it, and thank you for watching. Bye.